Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, December 27th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I listen and speak with soul integrity. And as you can see, my background's a little shifted. I actually got a beautiful desk from Joe for Christmas and I'm in the process of getting it set up. So things may change a little bit over the next little bit as I reestablish. Here we go. And I have to say, so I have Dr. Emoto, his card sitting here, and some sitting under my computer, including the soul one. And I had put my computer on top of it before I did the energy mantra. And so when the energy mantra came through about soul integrity, to listen and speak with soul integrity, I was like, oh, thank you, card. Thank you for the inspiration. So today we are in full moon over. Here, as I'm recording, we've just moved through the peak of the full moon in Cancer. And yet, through part of Thursday, we're going to have the moon in Cancer, through a large part of Thursday, still pulling any emotional energies that need to come through. And this is such an ideal time to process emotional energies as we finish up this year and prepare for the next year. So let your emotions move through. Now today is interesting. Speaking of soul integrity, we have Mercury and Mars in conjunction in Sagittarius. Mars is direct, Mercury is retrograde, and they're dancing in a square with Neptune. So today we actually had Mercury and Neptune in that exact square, but we still have this going on. And so this is also a really great time to reset your mind. So two songs came to mind as I was looking at this Astro transit. I actually wrote one of them down because yesterday I was looking ahead. That's when it first popped in, but it's continuing to play through my head. And it's, are you going to go my way? And what I think that is the soul way. Like with anything, in words and actions, we have a choice. We have that free will energy. And yet, there is a time when you decide to align with soul. Now, for some of us, this is me included, in order to align my mind with soul, I have to stay very aware of my mind and how it is reflecting, broadcasting, because it can go to some really weird places. And I encourage you to watch where your mind goes. Sometimes that Neptune energy, it can infiltrate other people's energies and minds, and suddenly you'll start processing their stuff. Illusions that you've held on to that don't support you. Ultimately, while it is good that the mind is aware, we want it to find that alignment with soul energy. We want it to be broadcasting resonance. We have that card too, right? Resonance with the soul. You want it to be supporting your process. And then you want your actions to follow through. So Mercury and Mars in conjunction is so powerful in getting our mental energies and our actions into alignment. Now, Mercury will pass Mars one more time in and through this whole retrograde process. I'm actually not sure if it's going to be, I'm pretty sure that it'll actually be in the sign of Capricorn. So that's when we're really going to have that like responsibility moment where you get to respond in a way that's true. But this is a really good practice day. And again, preparing for the new year, this is like that time when you want to work on this, especially if you are in the quiet, especially if you're processing emotions. Process the emotions and then look to how your mind is hopefully supporting you in and through said process. Now, speaking of that, the moon and Neptune will also connect today, and the moon will connect to this Mars and Mercury. Let me share something. I tell this to a lot of clients who have like third house moons. I have a third house moon. be aware of the stories that your mind is telling. This is something like one of my favorite things when I had this realization about my chart. My mind could say something, and then I'd start feeling the emotion of it. And because I felt the emotion of it, I thought that it was true. In this energy, we all get to experience that, where the mind can tell a story and then the emotions are like, oh, this is true because I'm feeling this. That means there's some kind of resonance, there may be some kind of healing, but it doesn't mean that the story in this moment is true. And so to be aware of this can put you ahead of the game. So be very aware of that energy, which will be up today. And again, choose what story that you are going to tell and move from. And hopefully you're choosing the soul story. Besides this, we also have the Sun and Jupiter in cahoots. Sun in Capricorn, Jupiter still retrograde, but finishing up in Taurus. This is really powerful grounding energy, which is hopefully helpful in this. And like I wrote in one of the scopes, hopefully this is some energy where you can have your soul feel its worth. That you know your worthiness and purpose here on the planet. You are here for a reason, and it's a beautiful reason. Trust that. So let's look at these cards. So nice having them sitting right here on the desk in front of me, not lost somewhere in my blankets and everything down there. Ordinariness. Be on the lookout for the good. You are being shined upon by all the lights of heaven. Know that. Decide what you're moving forward with. The exhaustion card is a card of knowing that it's time to put some energies down, some things down that are exhausting you, that aren't meant to move forward with you. That being said, it might not necessarily be easy. And here we have those stories. The last three cards are actually all very strong mental cards. And we had these yesterday, the fighting and the politics. Watch where you're kidding yourself. Watch where others are feeding you illusions that don't feel good, that don't align with your goodness, with the blessings for you. And it's not a call to fight. It's more of like, release your attention from that. Give your attention to the magic. Keep working on this energy. And again, know when to put something down. So, I'm going to leave that here for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Still time to book 2024 readings. Still time to buy a gift certificate for a New Year's gift for somebody. Email me. Regular readings available as well. Email me for any and all of that. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And remember who you are. Namaste.